How we doing? Welcome to week 4, day 1. Getting closer to the end, just another week, so I'll make sure we're getting up on those assignments, the projects, make sure they're coming in a timely manner. This is Culinary 108, so front of the house. So those projects are all hand in hand with your menus and facilities one, and for the back of the house too. So please stay on top of that. I've opened up. I do not have a cutoff date for projects and assignments. Some of the students have been working really hard and running a little behind on schedules, so helping you out that way. We'll also be doing some quizzes this week, and I'll just do one quiz per class. We'll start tomorrow with the Management Facilities quiz. Then on Wednesday, I'll do Culinary 108 and Culinary 110, do some quizzes there. So that'll be a one day, so you have 24 hours to get that quiz completed. Okay, please, one day. All right, so for week 4, we're getting into the beverage program. Beverage programs include beer, wine, craft cocktails, and actually non-alcoholic. Non-alcoholic drinks or cocktails are very important too. Not everybody wants to have just a soda or a Pellegrino sparkling water. They might want to do something that's really cool. So a lot of the industry now is going into, they call them mocktails also, where they have great ingredients, but there's no alcohol in it. So we'll be looking into that. I have a couple of videos for you that are really super, and they also have the restaurant crafted cocktail program as a resource. It's a PowerPoint presentation, pretty intense, but man, there's lots of information on craft cocktails in that you might like. Okay, so that's what we'll be going through, and let's see, we'll knock on this one real quick. With the wine program, the beer program, if you're able to get a sommelier, which would be awesome to have in your restaurant, somebody that knows a lot about wine and has a certification. And the other one is a beer expert, but usually the sommelier can handle both beer and liquor and wine, but the beer certification is called a Cicerone, and that's another great tool to have in your back pocket, so to speak. I am a certified sommelier. I have worked on the Cicerone also, and I ran out of time, doesn't have enough time to do that. But so a beverage program is a wine list, a cocktail list, a beer list that you can provide to the guest to enhance their experience. All right, you want them to enhance their experience in the restaurant by, yes, the food's really awesome, which is great, but maybe they want to do a wine pairing. Maybe they want to have a glass of scotch in the beginning. Maybe they want to do some port or some sauternes for desserts, or Grand Marnier. So a lot of people want to do that at the end of their meals, and that's what you need to remember, that yes, food is important, but you can make a lot more money on the liquor, beer, and wine side. Okay, the profits are or the contribution margin is a lot better. Think about it. How much do you buy a Budweiser? Just a bottle of Budweiser. All right. So you think a case of Budweiser, we'll just say it's $1 each, so it's $24 for a case of Budweiser. Okay, bottles. How much are you going to sell that for? So depending on the restaurant, depending where you're at, $3, $4, maybe $5, and that's it. So you spend $1 on the cost, you're charging $4, so you got a $3 contribution margin. Not bad, you know. How about a shot of liquor? You know, let's say just for a nice bottle of Absolute vodka. All right, Absolute vodka, you get 22 shots out of one bottle. And say your recipe is just for one shot. All right, your vodka tonic is one shot, so 1 ounce. All right, so you get 22 of those out of a bottle. A bottle of Absolute is running about 14 bucks maybe. Maybe if we'll go on the 20 end part of it. So if you do the math on that, you'll have the, where are we here? Hold on a second. I'm gonna get my math book out, my calculator. All right, so 22, all right, 22 shots. And how much are you paying for a shot or a glass, a cocktail? So you're paying maybe 5, 6, it's Absolute, maybe 7 bucks, right? So $7. So 7 times 22 equals $154 you'll get out of that one bottle. But you have to pay the cost for it. So maybe it's 20 bucks minus $20, right? So it's $134 you get out of one bottle. $134. All right, so that's why it's very, very, very lucrative to get that liquor license or beer and wine license at least for your restaurant. All right, but you also are responsible for the blood alcohol content, right? You have to be a responsible vendor. You guys take that course yet? I don't know. About the blood alcohol content, very important, right? So your liver only processes 1 alcoholic beverage per hour. All right, so if a guest is going in there and having 4 shots of whiskey and a couple beers, they're way over the limit. And then if they go out and start driving and they get in an accident, they were drinking at your place, you let them drink, you let them leave, you're responsible for the accident and you can be sued and you could probably lose your restaurant. So there's the good side about having a liquor license and selling liquor, beer, and wine, but you have to be a responsible vendor. You have to train your staff accordingly. It's very important. I've been there, done that. It's a nasty scenario when you go into the courtroom and you're trying to defend yourself because the prosecutor is prosecuting you because the driver was drunk and killed somebody. All right, so you have to be really careful with that. All right, so, but if you do it right, everything pairs well with your food. Your guests love it. Depending where you're at and where you're located, is it a shot and beer place? Is it mixed beverages, just rum and cokes or bourbon and coke or whatever you want. But then you get into the craft business. When you're there's a lot of new stuff coming in that they are getting hooked up with the chefs in the back, and they're actually making savory cocktails. And that's what we talked about in this video that I gave to you guys. That's what they talk about. All right, so that's what we're going over this week. And that's just a quick version on it. And so that's the beverage program. That's the handout I gave to you. All right. So what else do we have here? And then crafting the perfect cocktail, excuse me. Using fresh herbs are a great thing. Using, sage and rosemary, they really bring out some great flavor profiles in spritzers or tonic drinks, or even a light juice drink. You can do very well with that. I highly recommend, if you want to get into it more, is to go into that craft, or go online to the Google or YouTube and get into craft cocktails. Pretty impressive, man. These people, these bartenders, mixologists have come up with some really creative ways to sell alcohol in coordination with the back of the house, with the chef, and making sure everything is melded together, So very important beverage program. And I look forward to talking to you more about it. We'll do a little bit of a wine and beer videos that I'll come up with for you, and we'll work on that. Okay? All right.